If you are lucky enough to have lived in Paris as a young man, then wherever you go for the rest of your life it stays with you, for Paris is a movable feast. The man who has begun to live more seriously within begins to live more simply without. I love sleep. My life has the tendency to fall apart when I'm awake, you know. Every man's life ends the same way. It is only the details of how he lived and how he died that distinguish one man from another. All my life I've looked at words as though I were seeing them for the first time. If a writer knows enough about what he is writing about, he may omit things that he knows. The dignity of movement of an iceberg is due to only 1/9 of it being above water. I'm not going to get into the ring with Tolstoy. All modern American literature comes from one book by Mark Twain called Huckleberry Finn. It's none of their business that you have to learn how to write. Let them think you were born that way. All our words from loose using have lost their edge. You can write any time people will leave you alone and not interrupt you. Or, rather, you can if you will be ruthless enough about it. But the best writing is certainly when you are in love. My aim is to put down on paper what I see and what I feel in the best and simplest way. Things may not be immediately discernible in what a man writes, and in this sometimes he is fortunate, but eventually they are quite clear, and by these and the degree of alchemy that he possesses, he will endure or be forgotten. There is no rule on how to write. Sometimes it comes easily and perfectly. Sometimes it's like drilling rock and then blasting it out with charges. A man's got to take a lot of punishment to write a really funny book. Man is not made for defeat. A man can be destroyed but not defeated. Never think that war, no matter how necessary, nor how justified, is not a crime. In modern war, you will die like a dog for no good reason. For a war to be just 3 conditions are necessary: public authority, just cause, right motive. Never go on trips with anyone you do not love.